guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like on the video, that'd be glorious. And yeah, so if we can get 400, that'd be fantastic as well. Now, this month we've only had a few games, and to be honest, not a lot's really happened apart from some transfer stuff, which I will talk to you guys about in a sec. So anyway, enjoy the highlights of the games we played this month, and I'll join you guys in a sec for the Southampton game. Harvey again over on the left-hand side this time. Can he get a cross in? He pulls it back, Baltam's in, Salvi puts it across, Baltam scores, and Wimbledon have the lead at the Emirates. Salvi with another assist, Baltam with another goal. Jose Perez, Juan Angel, and it is 1-1 at the Emirates. We couldn't really hang on, we've not been that great, and Masek's injury is going to be a huge miss for us this season. And there he's ball in, Farmer clears it, Fossum brings it down, well saved, Fossum on the rebound, and Arsenal have the lead. That's a shame, we've created some really good chances, but as usual, Salvi, instead of just putting the ball into the middle, decided to shoot from stupid angles. Well, there you go, Arsenal 2, Wimbledon 1. Very even game, a little bit unlucky to come out on the wrong side of it, but that's how it is. Baltam. Peter pulls it in, heads away. Oh, Isler's able to get there. Wimbledon 1, Sunderland 0, Philippe Isler's third goal of the season. Big injuries have cost us some players, but we're making do yet again. Oh, bit of space now, finds Fabio, and it's 2-0. Peter slips it through, and Fabio finally has his 9th goal of the season. The hair's back, maybe that's what's doing it. 2-0 Wimbledon. There you go, 2-0 to Wimbledon. Probably another day, should have been a lot more too. We've had a few more of these games late. Isler whips it out at the edge for Fabio. Got Salvi inside, does he fancy it? Oh, Fabio's drilled it in the bottom corner after 2 minutes. Finally breaks himself into double figures for the season. It's about bloody time Fabio started picking up the goals. Jesus. Veljkovic, been dispossessed by Fabio, is in again, and he's made it 2-0. Fabio seems to have finally got his mojo back. 11th goal of the season, Palace 0, Wimbledon 2, both goals from Fabio, and we're rocking on. Fabio, out wide for Aseki. Where's Salvi? Ball whipped in. Isler there, and it is 3-0 to Wimbledon here at Selhurst Park. Philippe Isler doing well as a replacement today. 3-0. That's it. Oh, Peter gets the flick on, and it's 4-0 at Selhurst Park. Peter with the goal, Salvi of course with the assist, and we're running riot again. This is more like it, guys. It's 0, Wimbledon 4, another really solid result with lots of goals, great performances all round. Right guys, we are back, and as you can see, we've still had a very, very solid month. The defeat to Arsenal was a bit disappointing, but you know, swings and roundabouts and all that jazz. Salvi has continued scoring, getting assists, which is good. He's up to 22 now, which is pretty damn decent. Baltam is still in there. However, we're going to do a question of the day, of course, which is this. What is the most obscure nationality you've seen a sort of a world-class player regen come from? Now, I'm not sure I can think of that many really obscure ones. The only one I could really think of that seems a little bit slightly obscure, we had a fantastic, I think he was a left-back, on my Red Star save called, I think his name was Amir Ashraf. He was an Egyptian, and he was like world-class good. I'm genuinely, he was fantastically good. He's the sort of most obscure one I can think of. If you can think of anyone else I've had that's sort of from an obscure nation, then do let me know. But what's the most obscure one you've had? Someone said they have a player from Kiribati that was a quality player, so that's kind of cool to see. So yeah, let me know. And if you have any ideas for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. So, a couple of things. Masek broke his ankle and he's going to be out for 3 months, although it's more like 2 months now, but he's still not going to be back until sort of late March for the sort of final part of the season, which means we may well have him back for, you know, if we're still in the Champions League, which I really hope we are, the latter stages, but it's still going to take him a long time to nurse him back in. Thankfully, we've got out the likes of Achibar, and Baltam's played in the centre of the pitch a bit this month because Sam Farmer was out injured as well, which was fantastic. So that's a bit of a worry. Now, the other thing that has happened is that when that happened, I've moved Makula on. He's moved to Monaco for £16 million because I just didn't think he was going to play for us, and he causes all kinds of trouble. So I moved him on and got the money for him, basically. Now, after I did that, I thought, you know, I've got a little bit of cash here. Maybe we should try and bring someone in to replace Masek, just for now, because we're going to have one big push at it this year, and we might as well throw money at it. So I thought, who better than Nelson Duarte? I'm not going to do any sketches for it right now, but basically, just to let you know, he was open to the idea. Like, the bid was put in, Dortmund accepted. It was going to be sort of like costing us 16 up front, but with a further, so it could rise to like 41, 42 million, I think, in total, which isn't too bad considering that's how much we sold him for. And I thought about, you know what, that's a reasonable deal. Unfortunately, he wanted stupid money on wages, which at that moment we could not quite afford because the ball wouldn't let me. And I feel like if I got moved to someone else, we could happen. And then Joseph Zisser came in and said, right, I want to leave. I'm not getting enough football. I tried to placate him. It just didn't work. So in the end, I ended up thinking, right, okay, let's get Zisser out the door because we've got Bonnie that can play there anyway. And let's get some money for him and then use that money to bring in Nelson Duarte. So I moved Zisser onto Monaco, £42 million. Not bad piece of business, really. Then I thought, right, we've got some money in the bank. Obviously, we lost a lot of that because of like sell-on fees and stuff like that. But we still got a good 30 million of that chunk ready to use. Decent wage budget. Everything was dandy. However, and this is the key bit, I went back to look to get Duarte in, and literally I got a news notification at that exact moment, because obviously he was in my shortlist, saying Duarte signs new contract with Dortmund. What an absolute, like, he's a one-man bellend convention, seriously. So I went in and put a bid in anyway. Dortmund would not, like, even negotiate with me, even up to like 70 million. They weren't interested, and it was so frustrating. So now we're out Joseph Zissa and we don't have Nelson Duarte, so not exactly the best little way to go with that one, unfortunately. So yeah, since nothing really exciting has happened this month that I can show you in any kind of real way, here's a video of a man throwing himself through a fence. Yeah, that's more like it. So, Imran Baltam is still the top goal scorer with 18. Peter's in behind with 16. Fabio's picked up a few this month, thank God, and he's up to 11. Salvi's got 8, but also Salvi has hit the big 3-0. He's got 30 assists already this season. He is an astonishing player. He really, really is. Key passes, it's still Alexander Peter by, well, he's only got 12 more, and average ratings overall, Salvi and Baltam still flying in that one. So today we should be okay, really, with what we've got. Is there anything else I want to quickly talk about? No, we are good. Yeah, it's been it's obviously quite a short episode in terms of what we've actually got to show you, but, you know, Capital One Cup final, I think, or was that like a semi-final? I think it was a semi-final. So we're 3 points clear at the top of Manchester City. We've both got games in hand over the likes of Stoke, who are really making a crack at it this year. So fair enough to them, really. Look at our goal difference as well, though. We're looking very good for at least, you know, even if we don't win the title, because City are pushing us very hard, we're looking like second is pretty much in the bag. So, this is the sort of team... Then again... I don't know. Achabar really... No, Iseki has had a really good season, but he is looking a little bit knackered, so maybe... Oh, no. I might actually employ Achabar at right back today, because Iseki is looking a little bit knackered. Not that Achabar isn't, but I just feel like maybe that's a better approach for this one. We're looking a little bit hazy on the old players here. But Kenneth in for Fabio, maybe? Not got that match fitness, though. Okay, well, Blanchett certainly isn't starting on the bench. And we're going to get in... Who are we going to get in? Let's get in Everton, just in case, because he needs that match fitness again. They're really starting to lack on that one. So, Baltam will play in the centre of the pitch again. I know that's stopping him from scoring goals, but it's quite important that we do this right about now, because the fact is Roman Masek is just going to be out for quite some time. We need someone to step in there and do what he does. So let's see. Southampton, whereabouts in the league are they? It's always difficult. Like, I always feel like, oh, Southampton, they should be doing really well, but some seasons they are, and some seasons they're just totally off the pace. So we're just going to have to play this one by ear. Let's just quickly check where they are in the league. So they're sort of mid-table. We should be able to win this one comfortably because we're the home team, as you'd imagine. But I don't know, just without the likes of Masek mopping things up in that midfield, right? Immediate. Oh, come on now. Now things are starting to get dicey, and just as well I put Everton on the bench as well, isn't it? I know he's got not got full match fitness, but what other choice have we got at this point? We're going to go like that. And Salvi, oh, I can't afford to lose him. If we start getting injuries now, this is just going to turn into a shitstorm, isn't it? Come on. I've made the change. Definitely made the change. What? I swear I made the change. All right, whatever. So we'll get Salvi off. Hopefully it's not too serious. 240 career appearances for Everton. I'm not sure how many of those are for us. Cabrera. As long as we get the win today and just keep the momentum going and the morale up, basically. Peter, can you get around his man? He can! Oh! Yes! For once one of those rebounds actually goes in. Alexander Peter's 17th goal of the season. He's definitely going to beat his tally of last year. He got 20 in the whole of last season. I think, was it 10 or 12 in the season before? This year he's already got 17, and we've still got 14 league games to go, let alone, you know, FA Cup, Champions League. There's a lot more. I still think that he's got 30 in him this year. Lovely bit of play to just go past his man quite comfortably, hits the crossbar, but actually gets in there on the rebound, despite kicking straight through the defender, but whatever. Wimbledon 1, Southampton 0, Alexander Peter stepping up when time is needed. Okay. Let's go and grab ourselves a second, and then we can do what we did against Pat. Oh, played into the channel beautifully. Cuts inside again. He's through. Oh, Peter. That was your moment. Right, let's just drop that tempo a little bit, because I feel like if we're overdoing it with the tempo, we might be, like, wasting good opportunities. Cabrera now. So, yeah, obviously without Zissa, we're missing one defender there, but we do still have, remember, Bonnie and Ballesta are both capable of coming in there, so it's certainly not a big loss, and I feel like we just had almost too many players in that back line that were all, you know, arguing for position, so to speak, and I felt like we needed to just clean things up a little bit. Peter's through again, and it's saved by Martinez. He's had some chances so far, Peter, and he really should have maybe put away 2 of the 3. You know, a hat-trick would have been fantastic, but, oh, don't. It's looking like a right-hand side job is definitely where we're heading this time. But what's about to happen is probably, will they just score with their first shot of the game? No. Right, a breakaway. Baltam, get that touch, mate. There you go. Over the top for Philip Eisler, of all people. Doesn't matter who it is. He's in on goal. Can he finish, though? He doesn't. He's scored a few. Oh my god, why do they always shoot straight at the keeper from there? They really do, so often. They just seem to have no ability to just, you know, not shoot it at the keeper. Anyway, I know he's not a striker and he shouldn't be expected to score, but the fact is he's scored plenty of goals from much more difficult positions. But those one-on-ones just seem almost in favour of the goalkeeper most of the time. Juan. Basculan. Ooh, Kondogbia, watch out. They've got a lot of players over on that right, and we need to be careful here. Willems. Just get the ball back off them, and there we go. Oh, what are you doing? Good tackle from Baltam. He's doing it all today. Peter brings it down beautifully. Now he can run down the right. He's got Fabio coming in the middle for him. Can he pick him out? Yes, he can. It's 2-0 Wimbledon. Peter with a goal and an assist today. Fabio scores his 12th of the season and his 170th goal for Wimbledon. That is insane. 170 goals he scored for AFC Wimbledon. Now, of course, remember, he was with us in the Championship. I remember the first time he really burst onto the scene was when he scored 4 times against Blackburn. It's amazing to think that he was with us in the Championship. Really, it was. So a a thoroughly enjoyable, comfortable first half. And now I actually tried the deep lying thing again against, not deep lying, I tried the deeper idea again against Palace in that game, and we really did do very, very well with it. We looked much more solid, didn't look vulnerable in any way, and I'm thinking maybe again, why not try it again? I feel like it's got to work, particularly in the team where we don't have to change anything specifically, but I'm going to just make a few little adjustments, like going to the right, and also looking for that overlap again. Yeah, we'll give it a crack. We've got a 2-goal lead and they've not had a shot yet. And this will allow us to sit a little bit deeper. And there is Nenad Planic, Agent Planic, doing what he does. Presumably he'll give us 2 or 3 penalties at some point in the second half as well. God. Who was... Oh, remember Botso? I sold him to Manchester City for like £13 million. A year later, they moved him on for £2 million, I think it was. So once again, one of our decisions to sell players has proved to be very, very fruitful in terms of our profits from it. And landing the other team with an absolute dud, more importantly. Okay, so... Oh, come on. Bloody hell. Piran, who was fantastic last year, seems to have been nowhere to be seen in the league this year. I feel like at 2-0 we should be okay to just sort of absorb any pressure they do want to throw at us, and it's a free kick because apparently Wisdom handballed. Fabio actually had a hat-trick goal disallowed earlier this month for a push in the back, which is something I haven't seen before. Like, he just came in and scored, and I didn't see like there was anything, but apparently it was a push in the back. Kondogbia looks long. Oh, Piran's done brilliantly there. He's through, and a great save from Gafrascoli. Okay. Surprisingly, despite us dropping deeper, Southampton are actually getting in behind more, which is interesting. We'll just sort of let this play out for a little bit and see where we kind of go from there. Maybe it's because we've taken our foot off of the gas a little bit. So what I might do immediately is just dump this back in. Oh, shit, I can't. I wish it would let you make more changes than just like one thing at a time. Okay, so Kenny V is going to come on because Fabio's looking knackered. We've got no one that can play there really, unless I do that. Okay, Baltam out there, Achibar into the centre, and then a Seki on at fullback. Yeah, that'll do. That's the last change because Salvi's injured, of course. That hopefully might just give us a little bit more pace down the left-hand side, which we may all be needing. Everton, can he pull it across for someone? He can! Isler's in there! How? How do you not score there? It amazes me sometimes when you see things like that. How are they not scoring in those situations? We're creating good chances, and this is what I mean. We've had a lot of these games lately where we're doing well, creating chances, doing all sorts, and then just... I don't know, just not putting enough of them in the back of the net. Peter's doing a fine job today. He's looking like a man of the match type of performance is on the cards for him. But again, it'll be another 2-0 where we probably should have been 3 or 4. But hey, you can't win every game by huge tallies. City are still only 3 points behind us. They really are keeping up with us, just like they did last season. It's basically just a 2-horse race for the Premier League title these days. What are you doing? Go on, Brian. Oh, well, you did enough in the end, which was the main thing. But it really does seem like it's a completely 2-horse race where 2 teams are probably going to finish with like record points tallies at this rate. Kenneth, he's into the box. Will he shoot? He does, but it is well wide. Well wide. And that is it. Wimbledon 2, Southampton 0. Another comfortable victory is just what the doctor ordered around about now. Peter with the goal and an assist. Man of the match for Imran Baltam. 11 key passes, I guess, is what did it. Salvi didn't really get a chance to make an impact. So 11 goals conceded this season so far. It's still the best in the division. It's still less than 1 every 2 games, which is fantastic. We've also got the most scored, which is great to see. 55 already, and 60 points on the board at this stage. There's still 14 games to go. It's going to be tough. We're going to be, looking for a very, very high points tally to win the league this year. And if it gets to the end of the season and we've got those Champions League games to concentrate on, then we might just have to bunk it off and just say, you know what, we need to rest players for the Champions League games. That's what's important. Right, so 3 to 4 weeks with the twisted ankle is very, very poor from us. That's not what we needed at all right now, because I think it means he might miss the Schalke game. God damn. Last thing we needed is Masek and Salvi going down injured, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Right, so next episode, guys, we've obviously got Hartlepool, Huddersfield, Leicester and Villa. We'll rest players for the Villa game because then we've got Schalke away. The away leg first is going to be, we need to go there and score a goal basically and see what we can do. We cannot be going out again at this round, not with the way we're playing now, putting 7 past Bayern. We're clearly good enough to have a real crack at it this year, and I hope we don't have some weird thing happen again. But anyway, if you have enjoyed it, do drop a like on the video, that'd be spectacular. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be gorgeous as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode as the Champions League starts to hot up, and hopefully we can go much further this year and really go all the way. That's the plan. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.